We getting ready to go live.
My glasses on messed up. Hey y'all, hey. Good morning.
The sun is shining, shining, nice and bright, bright. The birds are chirping, chirping, and I'm ready to fly. Time to get ready, ready for another day. No one can stop us. Oh, we gon' learn to play. Oh, every day we learn and play. We do our best, so we'll be great. Oh, 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 oh. You do your best, best, and I don't mind. Mind. So let's get ready, ready, ready. 'Cause it's about that time. Good morning, morning, you. Good morning, how do you do? Good morning, time to be great. Good morning, time to raise. Good morning, your best and play. Good morning, so start today. Good morning, open your eyes.
Morning, y'all.
Reach for the sky. Good morning, 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 morning to you. Good morning, 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 how do you do? Good morning, 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 morning to you. Good morning, 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 how do you do? You see me on my grind. Woo, stars got to shine. I'm a supernova. Yeah, you see me taking over. Yeah, I'm on the move. I got a way to shine too. So let me hear you say,
Let me hear you
every
say,
day we
Every
gon'
day
learn
we
and
gonna
play.
learn and play.
hey. We learning and playing today again, y'all. Happy Friday. Today is
It's Friday.
January 8th, and it's the last day of the week. January came in
Mm-hmm.
like what would y'all say? January was like,
Guns
we're
a
gonna be good, we're
blazing.
gonna be good, we're gonna be good, we're gonna be good. Hot damn, we not gonna be good. What's
Guns a
going on, y'all?
blazing.
Yes.
Romeo, you with us? Where you at?
What's up, Mama?
Uh, Good morning, ladies. You look
We
lovely.
can't.
Great
Can
to
you
see
hear him?
y'all on this
I can hear
Friday.
him. I can hear him.
Uh,
I can't hear him.
well, yes. Well, yeah, that you gotta fix your sound. Hey, good morning, man. Y'all look great. I love y'all. Y'all looking great. Uh, it's Friday. Um,
What a
to
week,
the
right?
Hey.
FBI. Yeah, what a week. To the FBI, I saw everything. So if you need me to tell on somebody for that 50K, I can point out everybody in that
That's
video
so.
that was in the
My
Capitol.
whole thing
I
is
told,
y'all
I
were
can tell,
there.
I can tell on
I
everybody.
thought you I thought you only have to tip off the FBI when they're not there. Like the
It's
police
so
were
fake.
there taking selfies.
Look,
Y'all were there. Y'all let them in. Y'all saw them go
look,
inside. Y'all were in the building at the same time they were in the building. You mean to tell me you need anonymous people to tell you who was there when y'all were there? No, you just changed the outfit.
uh,
It was you.
Um,
but TR,
It was Miley
now,
Cyrus
come
and
on,
Hannah Montana.
TR, now, let's be
I
fair,
don't know if
cause
people gonna understand that reference.
the code of the street is not the snitch. Now these people not from our street, so we can tell them all we want to. So don't hit into my 50K. Look, I saw everything.
Listen, Mama,
I could,
yo.
matter of fact, the white person that lived across the street was there. They all look alike to me
Listen,
now. Get them all.
y'all. It was definitely. I think it's definitely overlay for the underplay. So you guys get that reference, right? Overlay. We gonna put this little blanket on while we do all our different undermining, not so above board stuff under the blanket, right? So it was overlay for the underplay. And I think they're only saying we're gonna give a $50,000 reward because they're trying not to point the finger back at them, look in the mirror because they know. Like, how do y'all not know? Surveillance is everywhere.
If I
How do
called
y'all
the
not know?
FBI right now and tell them that it was Trump, do I get the baby gay?
I wouldn't mess
Ask me.
with it. Like I just I wouldn't mess with that.
If I just say, hey, I think I know who's behind all this, it's the president of the United States. What happens then?
Snowmen melting away
They
with
might
every
like
online
put a tail
class.
on you. Y'all, whatever happened to that little girl um the one that we reported on that the police was following in was it Kentucky, Missouri? Where was that
I
at?
think it was. I want to say it was in Missouri.
For the
Y'all
I
know
don't
first
think it
what I'm
time,
was.
talking about?
I
snow
don't think it was
days
in
are under
Kentucky.
threat. Join Campbell's in saving the snow day.
Now,
Sign
We gonna join Campbell's and saving a snow day. I don't
hey,
know where that
Campbell's,
came from.
good morning.
I have no clue
Uh,
what's happening.
now I did have my very first confrontational argument about the situation. A friend of mine who is white and who's a model was on Instagram, and she was saying how she was posting how,
Mm-hmm.
hey, she said, hey, black community, don't get so don't get so riled up because those were crisis actors. So I went under her comment. I said, please do not lessen the act that everyone saw with their own eyes. I get you have your opinion, but that's just like saying, hey guys, the police officer didn't have his knee on George Floyd that hard. Hey guys, it was only 7 bullets that shot the man in the back. Hey guys, Breonna Taylor could have just opened the door. She said to me, Romeo, I don't understand what I don't get it. I said, the way you're lessening those terrorists that broke into the Capitol is in the same tone that you would lessen what happened to the Black Lives Matter movement. So we went back and forth. I said, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
You're right. You know what? You're right. You should feel
You
that way.
conceded?
And
You conceded.
no, yeah, I conceded because this is why I conceded. I said, yep, you should feel that way. It was cool knowing you. Good
Ooh.
future. I'm gonna unfollow. I unfollowed her on Instagram, Twitter. I took her out of my phone icon. I erased her from all the
Uh-oh,
business
no
that
more
I do because
emojis.
I realized no emojis because I realized at that point you've made your decision on you've made your decision. It's not a. I don't
Right.
mind having a conversation with somebody, but once I realized I made your decision, that's who you are. What am I talking to you about? What am I continuing?
Something to
I'm talking to
discuss.
a wall at that point in time. So if you feel those were actors, great. If you want to lessen the fact that white thugs broke into the Capitol and all this other stuff, great. And for everybody who kept saying, well, that lady was shot. Well, that lady is called breaking and entering. People, of course she was shot.
No, they stormed.
Like
They
Yeah.
Portia,
stormed.
It's
yeah, like
video,
Portia
it's
said yesterday.
surveillance. She literally tried to jump over the barrier. We saw it. We saw her do it. We saw her get shot. This is not propaganda. This is not a he say, she say. This is not, oh, we weren't there to know what happened when Breonna Taylor was in her house and what her boyfriend did. No, we saw her trying to infiltrate the most protected building besides the White House in the world. I'm
No,
sorry.
TR. She was you. No, TR. You're wrong. She was acting.
She was
All
acting.
right.
She she
Well,
And
was she
it
was
was
acting,
well now
TR.
she
unfortunate.
got a new
She got
role now in that casket.
it
That's
was
what
very,
I
very
mean.
unfortunate.
Oh,
It
but
is what
yeah,
it
that's
is.
my new thing, man. If you're set the way you are, what am I having a conversation about? What am I arguing about? Why am I trying to prove a point? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the energy?
Yeah.
That's wasted energy.
Yeah, it is definitely wasted energy. And what I've come to realize recently is like everybody has a microphone, everybody has an iPhone, everybody has social media. Romeo, come back. Everybody has something to make a statement, share their point of view, and it's just up to you to either agree or disagree. I'm not going back and forth. I'm not following people that I feel like don't align with the values and morals and ethics that I rely on because we just don't have to anymore. The media,
No.
what we saw, what was that? Wednesday, what we saw was live footage of what was happening. CNN was showing things. Yes, there was commentary on it. Yes, there were journalists covering it. But a lot of what we saw was just live footage of what was taking place. That's for you to interpret and come to your own perspective and ideas. But we can't erase the fact that we just saw what was happening. I don't need anybody else's opinion or dissertation or anything else like that to know what I saw.
Yeah.
And to my friend,
it's
because
really no
go ahead,
debating it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna, I was just underlining your point, Romeo. There's really no debating it. Like, if that's how you feel, then that's fine. It was good knowing you as a friend. I promise you, I don't have anything against you. I'm just not allowing my energy to be with your energy.
Mhm.
Anty more, nt more. So.
And to my friend, because I know you watch sometimes. You probably didn't know I unfollowed you. Let me tell you something. Think about what you done did to your life. You don't got an emoji now. You got to go through the rest of your life without a Romeo International emoji. Think about what you did to yourself. The repercussions are hard. Repercussions are
That's
hard.
so sad.
Consequences.
That's so sad, Romeo. She don't even know what she did.
She don't even
Forgive
know.
them, Lord, for they know not what they do.
You got a blank by your name now. Your name is blank in my phone.
Not
Terrible.
blank.
Terrible.
I'm thinking
You might as well be blocked.
You might as
You
well
might as well get
blank
blocked.
it.
There you go, T.I. You might as well just be blocked.
Block. Add to the list.
D. Shield said when white racists do wrong, they always try to mind games. Teller from Team Romeo as well. Yeah. And I watch. You know what I'm saying? I think I've been tuned into CNN more than I've seen more people resign in a day than I've ever seen.
It's so
life.
many people who have. When I saw Betsy DeVos resign last night, that was the most excited feeling. I think I'm more excited for the Secretary of Education to
resign. What happened to her?
Oh, she disappeared.
I don't know where she went. But while we're looking for a Tiara, I do want to go to Vice President-elect Kamala Harris's statement. She did say yesterday on her Instagram, she said, "We witnessed two systems of injustice when we saw one that let extremists storm the U.S. Capitol and another that released tear gas on peaceful protesters last summer. It is simply unacceptable." So I'm very excited to get her in the White House, get her on some of these agendas, make sure that not only do we have one of the head seats at the table, but we have someone in there that is diverse, that has lived the life. She was born and raised in the Bay Area. She spent a lot of her career in the Bay Area, so she knows about liberal justice and she has a lot of experience. So I am very excited to get her in the White House and have her change some of these systems from the top. So
definitely
very excited about her.
Yeah, she made a great statement. First Lady Michelle Obama, she made a wonderful statement as well last night. A lot of us were in the comments saying forever my First Lady. So it's time for something new.
Manny Jordan says, what up, Manny? Manny Jordan says,
hey, Manny.
I can't believe it takes well over 400 years to finally get a hate crime law, and finally people see how we are being treated. Oh man, they ain't seeing it. They still denying.
They know.
Nothing, man.
They know. What I was thinking about the other day was how textbooks, right? And it's like 15, 20 years from now, all of this is going to be in the textbooks. And who's going to be telling these stories in these textbooks? It's like, I was thinking, like, do I have to write a textbook right now just detailing the truth about what happened from a young Black woman's point of view in order? Because I don't think, McGraw-Hill is going to get this right this time. Because they always undermine and sweep under the rug
outraged by
what has happened. So if you think about what went on 3 days ago, can you imagine the truth what happened, the truth about what happened 200 years ago, 400 years ago. Like, I think a lot of things in our history has been more severe than we've been led on to think.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, they watered it down, they diluted it, they put just a little bit in, and or they didn't put it in at all. I
Right.
don't know. Is there a textbook that has what happened in Rosewood? Like, I've never
Nope.
seen one. Right.
I ain't never
So
seen one.
I think I saw that story in there was a class I took freshman year called African Diaspora of the World. But I mean, you got to go to a HBCU to kind of get the truth, and
yeah,
everybody
yeah,
doesn't fortunately get that experience.
yeah.
Nope. To Portia, I'm sticking with Portia. Nope. Ain't gonna be taught. It ain't gonna be
So, but the
in no history book. Nope.
But the good
It
thing
ain't.
about our digital age is that things are Googleable. So I don't know how you change, 50, 100, a billion references to something
Hmm.
historical. Like, I don't know how you change it. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but there's still going to be the truth out there. There's still going to be video footage out there, at least for the time of our generation. So
Yeah.
we'll
You
see.
know what? I kind of feel bad for old dude.
For
Like this
who?
is
Which
this
dude?
is the
Which
legacy
dude?
for Trump. Think about this. Think about this. You're gonna be one of the top two worst presidents in history. Like
Well, he was
this
the
is the
worst to
legacy
begin
you about
with.
to leave.
Who's the
Why
other?
you
Who's the
feel
other
bad
worst one?
though?
Everybody goes. I've been seeing on TV. It's been him, and they've been using Jimmy Hoffa references, and somebody whoever was like the third or fifth president. They've been using them as references. I don't even know who the third or fifth president was, but
Oh,
they've been
James
using those.
Madison,
Yeah, something like that.
or I
But
almost
they've
said
been
Jesse
they've been using
Jackson. What
those
am I thinking?
references.
I said Jesse Jackson. I think of Andrew Jackson, and I just said Jesse Jackson.
But think about that, man.
Don't be
This
talking
is your
about
legacy.
Shane and Jesse Jackson. Don't be doing that
I
because
didn't
y'all know
mean.
he ran for president.
Good
Don't be
morning,
throwing
Jesse. Good
shade at
morning,
my
Mr.
Jesse. That's
Jackson.
my Jesse. That's my
This
Jesse. Okay.
Good morning, Mr.
That's
Jackson. I did not mean to confuse you with Andrew Jackson. I apologize.
this is your
Fight
whole
the power.
legacy, buddy.
And while we're saying good
Mm.
morning to Mr. Jesse Jackson, let's say good morning to our Facebook fans. Hey y'all, hey, what's going on? I see Roy Knight. Good morning to all.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on Tuskegee experiment and vaccines that are going into minority communities and the side effects of pre-existing conditions? All right, Roy, you're just gonna start it off right. We're gonna start this thing off right. But what y'all think
Vaccines.
about that? Vaccines.
I actually know some people who have taken the vaccine. I know several
Yep.
actually, and they're
Frontline
not
workers have
reporting
to.
any. Yeah. In my mom's home state in Virginia, her town, there's family friends that work at the hospital. They're taking the vaccine. I actually know a student that goes to Morehouse right now. I don't know how he got it because I don't know how he got it, but he took it, and they're not
Maybe the
reporting
perfect
any side
storm.
effects. Maybe. They're not reporting any side effects as of now. I just think that there's been a lot of quiet in the media involving the vaccine administration. And I don't know why that is, because it seems like there was a lot of hype around, oh, the vaccine's here, the vaccine's here, the vaccine's here. And I feel like there's no more stories about the administration of the vaccine. And I'm like, if we're supposed to get the world going again, why aren't we talking about the administration of this vaccine that you already have evidently given to frontline workers? You've evidently given it to people in Congress, in important political positions, and they seem to be doing fine. So what is this discrepancy of not hearing people talk about the administration of the vaccine?
Hey, man, I think my
I
cousin
think they're doing
emailed
population
up and
control.
said,
You
"Oh,
sound okay. So
yeah,
let me tell
okay,
y'all something about Generation Z, because you in Generation Z.
oh, oh Lord,
Y'all
I
uh,
think
are
they ready to
some
kill us
of
off.
the most conspiracy theories because you have information at your fingertips and you use it. Like you guys have phones. I think you're the first generation that kind of grew up with cell phones and technology and internet and social media and all of this. Like you completely grew up with it like your whole life, and you guys have so much access to it that you use it, you utilize it. Whereas when we was kids, all we had to do was play outside. Like we wasn't thumbing through an almanac, we wasn't thumbing through
Mm-hmm.
encyclopedias. We didn't need all of that information. But y'all generation, let me tell you something, y'all sit up there and look at this stuff when y'all should be looking at, for my son. I had the same conversation with my son. I'm like, you don't even know when your basketball practice is, but you can tell me who are the pedophiles, who Jeffrey Epstein was in cahoots with. You can tell me about his
Yep.
population control. You can tell me about. I'm like, boy, stop. Get off of the damn internet. Matter of fact, let me have your
What,
phone.
we feel like we need to know because we've been blindsided our whole lives, and I think the biggest thing that I've learned as a young adult is I thought adults knew way more than they let on to believe.
I
Yes.
think that is so cute.
Yeah.
We've
I
been
like
blindsided.
bombastic
You
elements.
22.
We've been blindsided. People 23.
You
Okay,
23. What you
23.
mean? We've been blindsided. Who?
Our generation, we were supposed to think. I really did think that the Capitol was probably the safest building in the world.
It
Now look.
it is when you don't have people conjuring up plans in secret offices and members of Congress that are a part of the larger plan to overthrow the government and not let Trump get out of office. It is one of the
Yeah.
safest buildings in America. They do have protection. They do have surveillance. They do have FBI. That's why I'm talking. That's why I think them talking about the FBI is putting out this $50,000 reward for whom? Like y'all know who did
Mm-hmm.
it. Stop playing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
D Shields says, no one can outdo God. Hallelujah. And the universe.
Want to do it?
Population control is only in the hands of a higher power. LOL. No one can control when people die more than that source. More than that source. So I agree, D.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Man.
And what the Bible say? Put what is the verse in the Bible where they be like, if you put in front of your door the blood of the lamb, you be all right. It'll pass you by. You don't know that verse? I know y'all know
An
that verse.
unlocked car with the keys in the ignition is safer. Girl. Yes, y'all. So anyway, what else we got going on in the world? I'm so tired.
Good morning, y'all.
I think I'm fatigued out when it comes to, talking about people breaching and storming as opposed to talk about the loot. Well, they wasn't looting, but they were definitely rioting and they were definitely a mob and they were definitely posing a threat, which would make them domestic terrorists. So,
okay,
let's call them what they are.
Exactly. Yeah.
But anyway.
Jail for everybody. Jail.
Dang.
Let's send everybody to jail.
Jail.
What I'm excited to see going forward is the lack of use that they can say of this is what happens when you disobey the government. This is how we have to conduct when you demonstrate in this way to the police. Because as we've seen with the Black Lives Matter movement, with the riots that took, well, not even riots, the peaceful protests that took place last year, and how young Black men and women and allies of our community were treated, they have no excuse now as to why they have to use violent conduct with us, because they didn't do it the other day. And that's what I'm excited to see, because they can't say nothing to us about taking a knee anymore.
I have to say that you're wrong, Tiara, because they are going to go to jail. You know why? Because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are going to come into the office. They're going to make a statement. They're going to come in making a statement. And I guarantee you the two of them are about to load all them people up. Because they got to come. They have to come in with putting their foot down. Okay, this is
You
what
think
y'all
so?
think about to happen? Hell yeah. Especially her. She gonna be like 10 years.
I think
Everybody, let's
I
go.
think I think Kamala would do it before Biden because Biden isn't a leftist Democrat. If you ask me, he's just not. He wants to be the president for all people. He says that, and he says that his goal is to unite the United States. You know, I feel like if it was Bernie Sanders, we would be having a different conversation. But I do think that Joe Biden's goal is to be the president of all people and win back a lot of those who have fallen victim to this Trumpism mindset and adulation. But at the same time, Trump is just a person that symbolizes something bigger than him. He's just the person standing in there. But his
They
legacy is gonna
they
long
have
live who he
to
is.
they have to make a presidential statement, and it's gonna be COVID and that guaranteed, guaranteed.
We'll see.
They got to. Um, be, be, because
We can't hear you, Portia.
the people know that they're not gonna get
Sorry.
it in the next 2 weeks, so they got to
I
make a
think
statement.
on her first day in office, Kamala's gonna have in her headset. I don't know. Did y'all watch Scandal? And y'all remember that episode where Carrie was blasting the music in her headset and she was going off for her run and then she came back to a huge scandal? Anyway, I just think it's gonna
I'm
be
a
the
guy.
same thing for Kamala. She's gonna have her headset on, and in the headset is gonna be playing, "You about to lose your job." You about to lose your job. Get this thing.
Good morning, Amanda.
Anyway,
We do have Amanda.
let's
Yes, we
get
have Amanda checking in. We all need to make sure they do what they said they're going to do. That's what I'm saying. I don't have time for Biden to get in there and be like, I love everybody. I know that's the right thing to say, but he definitely needs to show some type of force and mandate his power.
Man,
all right, y'all. Let's
y'all
get
better.
into these reports. Where we going first?
You going to
We
me
got
or
a
we
world
going? Where
stuff
we
out
going?
y'all head. Uh,
We
all
are
right,
the
so man, good morning,
children.
cat. Hey, my cat, my cat.
Oh
What's
Lord.
going on?
Oh
Good morning.
God. Hey
Oh my
Kathleen. Good
cat.
morning.
Hey, good morning.
Forever, forever, my berry. Ooh yeah. Good morning, Tammy.
Oh my God. Hey
Um,
Tammy. I already knew who you
it's
was gonna
Hi,
like a
Mom.
invite.
dream. Uh,
Kid,
I'll kick it
can
off,
you kiss
man.
me like you did that light skinned girl?
I don't know. I missed that. What's that
I remember
reference?
You missed
that.
that. You missed that reference, Portia. I know you not from the D and missed that reference.
What's that reference?
Kid.
That's Martin.
That's
No, I mean
Martin.
not Martin.
That's
Yeah.
Shanae. Forever Shanae.
Oh, okay. I missed
I
it.
might be Generation Z, but I am a 90s baby all the way. I know
Yeah,
Martin
because that's what
up and
your
down,
mama
left and
was
right.
watching. Yeah.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
well, shout out to my man TJ. Shout out to super duper producer Ashley. Before we get into my
Super
report, let me
producer.
start off with this, man. I'll get in trouble for it later. Shout out to Nike, my sponsor. I'm so happy. I'm really so happy. Everybody who joined the Nike app can now be a part of the Run International 30-day challenge. That's right, the 30-day challenge, the 30-mile challenge is now on the Nike app. This is the Nike app
Wow.
around the world. Your Nike
Okay.
app and type in Run International, Romeo International, and join. And leading on the board right now is Tracy Atkins, all the way from Alabama. She's leading with 8 miles and 8 miles right now. So shout out to her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in third place right now. I need to get on my game. But running international. We about to have some fun. So let's jump into the first
Let's get
story
into
right
the
here.
social part.
Jeff Bezos, my man, my friend, my confidant, surprised his mother, Jacqueline Bezos, by unveiling the name of the rocket catching recovery boat for his company, Blue Origin, and he called it Jacqueline. Now, why is this important? Because Jeff Bezos got his own space company, his own space company. Jeff Bezos, and I wanna make sure I get this right. Jeff Bezos spent $2.5 billion on his own space program called Blue Origin, where he is searching amongst the stars, and he built a recovery boat for his rocket. I want to keep the his in the eye when everybody pay attention. His rocket, his boat, his space program, and he named the boat after his mom after spending 2.5 billion on his space program. Now look, I'm gonna tell you something. I know what money is, Tiara. I seen it. I know what it is. I don't know what space rocket money is. I've never seen. I've seen rapper money, athletic money.
Your favorite
A
rapper's
big
favorite rapper don't know what it's like to drop 2.5 billion.
nah
He
nah
dropped it.
not for a space program. Not for
It's one thing to have
not
it
for
in
your
your
own space
account.
program.
But I
It's
mean,
one
for
thing to have it,
rapper,
but to drop it, like, oh, I'm gonna spend
right,
that. What? What?
right. I mean, yeah, yeah. He ain't seen it in never. Ain't nobody seen that in never. I don't know who has seen it in never.
Okay. It's one thing to accumulate that. That is a big achievement in itself, the greatest achievement of all. However, to spend that is literally out of
Right.
this world. Pun intended.
Hey, the funny portion. Can you imagine your son coming to you? Hey, mama, I bought you a space program. I had 2.5 billion laying around, so I just wanted to do something nice for you. What? Huh?
Yeah, 2.5 billion.
What?
I mean, but he does have $2.5 billion laying around. What else can he spend his money on?
Yeah,
A space
Especially
program
when
though?
you competing, especially when you're competing with someone who does have a space program. You know,
Yeah, United States. What are you
hmm
talking about?
I need to keep my top
You know what
spot.
I really think, how some people say, oh, Jeff Bezos, he's getting too powerful. He's going to try to take over the world. And then, Elon Musk is now planning to figure out how we can accurately live and produce life on Mars. I think Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos don't want to be the president or the ruler of the world. They want to be the president or ruler of another planet. And they're on the way of doing so.
Hey man,
Yeah,
Like,
so
like
that's
he,
what you
he's trying to keep
call
his top spot.
thinking out of the box.
so
He's trying to
next
keep his
up,
top spot. He
yeah.
know that he has competition, and he like this man cannot become the richest man in the world. It still has to be me. So
It's too late. Elon Musk, he did it yesterday. We'll get to that later, though.
I'm just saying.
So I got
I
to shout
checked my
out. Like
Tesla stock. Thank you, God.
let me tell you something.
All right,
But yeah,
Tesla.
definitely before we jump to the next story, the reason that I brought that up is because y'all better watch that man. Y'all better watch that man. In the past 6 months, this man has spent, like, gave away and spent billions. Let's get to Chicago. Woo-hoo. Ex CEO of Chicago Public Schools charged again in multi-million-dollar fraud scheme. Let me back up. The lady who is in charge of the Chicago Public Schools was charged again. The again part blows me away. In a multi-million-dollar fraud scheme. Barbara
Again,
Bennett,
and a woman.
Again.
man,
I always say
Barbara
women are
Bennett
smarter than
to uh
Mhm.
Barbara Bennett, who is now adjusting to her new confinement home in federal prison, was caught defrauding taxpayers and kickback schemes in the public schools, all the uh, while being in charge of the nation's third largest school district. Barbara was taking that school fund money and going to the Bahamas. Uh, Barbara had a mansion. Barbara had cars. Barbara was living her best life, and she ain't going back and forth with
she ain't
nobody. That's
going
what
back and
Barbara was
forth with
doing.
them.
Uh, she she is uh under investigation. Now this is the beautiful part. I want y'all to follow me on this one. Barbara accumulated $3.8 million in federal school service money. I gotta give my round of
What
applause.
was she
That
spending it on?
I didn't even.
So I'm always curious to know, to find out what people spend their money on. You know what I'm saying? Like, what were you spending that money on, ma'am? Who did you give it to? What were your vices that you just couldn't control? That you was just like, I'm gonna just steal this money and get away with it.
Hey,
I don't know.
on top on that portion, how long does it take y'all to realize that $8 million not going to the school district?
You
Government.
know,
Matter of fact, when y'all send that check, how do y'all send that? Did y'all send the check in her name?
It's probably
Like
direct
who
deposit.
name
It
did you
probably
send it?
didn't go to her name.
you got to be really
Oh,
bold to do something like that because one thing, and of course, I never aim to be a criminal, but the scariest criminal activity, if you ask me, is not even murder. It's not drugs. It's not anything that's considered especially heinous. It's federal tax evasion, stealing money. All of that stuff is going to land you in prison, and it will not get you out. It don't. Nobody can pardon you for that. Nobody can help you out. You're going to do federal prison time, and there's no escaping it.
Antonio Davis said that Barbara was living Housewives of Chicago lifestyle.
And what?
Child,
Okay.
Oh
Did we have a picture of her? I
man.
missed her. Is she black or white? I missed it.
she
Oh,
black.
she black. Our producer can show you.
Damn.
Oh, she black.
Damn it, Barbara.
Barbara is black. And
You know, this
man,
See,
Barbara is
so
a common name, and so sometimes
Barbara,
when
yeah,
people
Barbara.
like,
Barbara could
damn
have
it,
got
Barbara.
a better lace front though. If
That
she
look
gonna do
like
all
her
that,
hair to me. That
oh,
look like her
that,
she
hair.
need she need arrogant Tay if she gonna do
hey,
all that.
I
women
love
are so hilarious. She could have, even though she stole $3.8 million, she could have dressed better.
girl.
What are y'all? This is not a fashion show.
But
I'm
what
just
was you
saying, I'm
spending
coming
it?
through.
Like, if you're
Tell
doing
tell
stuff like that, you
Iris.
better live your life because it's gonna catch up with you.
Hey,
So live your life,
her
girl.
ass need to be in her ass need to be in prison. Probably why the CPS system is messed up now. Come on, Iris. Uh,
Damn.
bombastic elements. Miss Liana teaches about letting those negative stories go. We are on Unity. Message that can make it forward. We will watch, hold accountable. But yeah, man, send her to jail. Next up and up on the docket.
Damn it,
Now,
Barbara.
I don't want to add any more bad news to Barbara, but let's go with the roll. Hey, all respect and love to Jacob Blake. But I know y'all heard. If y'all didn't hear, I'm about to tell y'all. Everybody sitting down. Okay, there will be no charges filed against the white
We
police
heard.
officer who shot him 7 times in the back on camera, close range, there will be none.
Yeah, we heard.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like
Kenosha
I
police
said, we
officer
saw the video. We
was
saw what happened.
Kenosha police says that the officer, the officer was in the rights of protecting himself because he did not know what the assailant. I love when they use those. I love when they use those words. He didn't know what the assailant was reaching for in the car. So no charges will be filed against him. And Jacob Blake, the police department apologized, and now there are protests and demand going on. Hey man, I just want to let anybody know in the world, if anybody shoots me in the back 7 times, don't apologize. I'm what you gonna say? I'm sorry, Romeo. What, don't
If
apologize to
you're
me.
not, that's if you live to hear again.
He lived.
Right.
Ain't but
Hey, TR, you
isn't
know
he
what?
forever isn't he what's the word? Handicapped now?
That's a good question.
Like for life? Didn't they say that he's
Well, yeah,
paralyzed? That's
he's
the word I'm looking
paralyzed.
for. Didn't they?
He's
Yeah.
paralyzed.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna say sorry, even though nobody gets charged.
Hey,
I don't know. You know what
TR,
Trump say? Go home, we love you. I don't know. Go home, we love
hey,
you.
TR, I'm sorry for shooting you in the back 7 times. I don't think that comes with an apology,
I saw
sir.
you was walking away. I saw that you was just trying to leave, but I didn't want you to leave, and so in order to not let you leave, I had to shoot you in front of your kids that was in the car.
One bullet is an apology. I give you one. One bullet is an
Nah,
apology.
you can't have
7.
But the law enforcement training says that if you have to shoot somebody, shoot them in the leg.
In the foot. I'm not gonna make no shooting in the feet joke. I'm not. Anyway.
Hey, Antonio's on fire, man. Antonio said 7 times. I will have to find. I
That
gotta
is
find his
messed up.
house. Ain't no way around that.
If I was him, I'd be like, what's that scene in Power when Tommy came outside and many men started playing? That would be the whole energy I got towards that officer.
Y'all.
So that is the social report. We got somebody who bought a space station. We got somebody who done robbed the school system, and we got a free police officer. Yay, 2021 first week. Let's go.
Let's go. So we do have a guest coming on. Y'all know January is all about health and wellness and getting fit and getting right and starting your year off right, making those New Year's resolutions to remain healthy, right? And so sometimes we need a little bit of help because we can't always do it by ourselves. I know I am one of them. But we do have with us Gerald Brown, who is a certified professional trainer. He has specialties in weight loss, transformations, sports specific, and rehabilitative training. He was with he's a United States Navy veteran, and he worked to transform the lives as a personal trainer there as well. Gerald Brown, please welcome yourself to the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call, and let's get right into your interview.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Good morning, ladies.
Yes. Morning.
Good morning.
What's going on?
So let's dive right in. So how are you adjusting to the new year and everything that's going on? How are you diving back into fitness, but also mental fitness in lieu of just the situations that have occurred this week alone?
This week alone.
That's
right.
a great. I'm diving into it, head first, of course, with safety. But in lieu of what's taking place with the COVID situation, is a new approach to fitness now. Of course, along with the civil unrest that's going on in the country, people are utilizing workout as a way to, as a mental reprieve to kind of offset some of the stress that they may be incurring in just life in general. So not only the health benefits, but also mental benefits as well. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
um, I think it's a good way that people are utilizing that as a way to, balance their self because it's all about balance. So yeah, I would say that that is the way I'm taking it and approaching it.
So COVID-19 has not gone anywhere, right? So it came about probably this time last year. People were being made aware of it, and it
Hmm.
hasn't gone anywhere. So talk about the impact that COVID-19 has had on fitness and people
Mm.
trying to mentally stay healthy, but physically stay healthy as
Mm-hmm.
well. When we got to stay in a damn house, what can we do?
You're right.
We in the house with
Well,
everybody. We in the house with kids. We in the
Mm-hmm.
house
yes.
with friends. We in the house with people that just live with us that just irritate us. Like, what the hell can we do? Because I don't want to look at them another day.
Hmm. So
Jungle fever.
let me give you a backdrop on how fitness has changed in lieu of COVID. So of course, before COVID, you were able to do a lot of group fitness exercises and group programs. But along with COVID, people have to social distance, but also professional distance as well. Because the thing about it with that is people's level of confidence has eroded with COVID because you don't know who you may be coming in contact with that may be predisposed to have come in contact with COVID. So it's changed in that regard. But another way it's changed is because people again are not able. A lot of places the gyms have been closed. So even if you have the inclination to want to go work out, you can't. So hence people are trying to do workouts at home. So hence the virtual platform has increased. So that's where it has changed in that capacity. But also
Mm-hmm.
just the ability to deal with loved ones that may have contacted COVID. You may have had friends and family that may suffer from it through the likes of contacting and or pass from it. So that's creating a level of fear in people wanting to go outside of their home and to be involved in gym. So not only are you trying to create an atmosphere to make people have increased what you call consumer confidence in getting back to wanting to
Mm-hmm.
work out, they're fearful as well. You know what I mean? And so, of course, when you're at home, you if unless you are a consistent fitness enthusiast, your ability to, stay away from snacking just because you're at home.
Yeah.
Then it's cold outside you're more apt to, gravitate for comfort foods and things of that sort, things that may not be nutritionally beneficial to you. And so, with increased snacking and probably comfort foods and decreased activity, of course, people are saying, I've gained a COVID 10 to 15 pounds. I can imagine. So,
Mm.
along with increased weight loss, it's a lot of different other factors that are presented themselves that's going to make COVID fitness look different now. So what you have to
Yes.
do, you have to start approaching from a different vantage point,
Mm-hmm.
which was
Like what?
if
What
you
would
don't
you?
have the on the virtual platform, you can
Mm-hmm.
also still what has also taken place in the COVID era as people started doing a lot of outdoor activities like biking, walking, and
Mm-mm, that's not
people saying,
my.
okay, yeah, I can still get some exercise in. I can bike alone, or I could walk in that fresh
Mm-hmm.
air where the likelihood of you can contact with someone directly is decreased. So you can still have a form of exercise and workout. It doesn't have to be structured in a facility like a gym or a personal training studio. So yeah,
Yeah, that outside is
but
not an
that's some
option
of the changes.
for me in
You know, right now
Michigan.
it's cold. Yeah, it's cold in
It's
certain
cold.
places,
It's
so
snowing.
that's
I just thought about it though. I do have some teenage boys, and they are very active. So
Sure,
I'm gonna try to start working out with them. Because
hmm
they into sports. They
that's a
play
great idea.
basketball. They swim. They
Yes,
condition. My oldest plays baseball. So I think
good.
I'm gonna try to
sure,
start working out with them. Yeah,
and that's
they
a good
hard
Now,
thing
though.
because
besides,
when you start, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go
Yeah, when you
ahead.
start to engage in and make it a family activity, all parties involved get an opportunity to benefit from it because you can strengthen the family
yeah,
bond, but also strengthen that fitness bond as well. So yeah, I agree with you. Get in there and get active with your boys, and you guys can get opportunity to, the byproduct of that is you are getting some exercise done, but also you get an opportunity to spend some time with your boys. So
Yeah.
it's a two-part benefit.
Yeah.
Jay,
Yes.
let's
Yeah.
get to it, man. Cause let's to it,
Go
man.
ahead.
Romeo International, they flexing. I do this fit life stuff for real, man. I'm
Okay,
up
talk
every
to me.
morning at 5 a.m. So let's start with the first aspect. First aspect
Sure.
is a lot of people don't even know what fitness is. Cause I tell people all the time,
Sure.
it's 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 a mindset and it's a body set. Cause your mindset will kick in first, and once you create
Sure.
a stable routine that your body gets used to, your body
Sure.
like like for example, I know you know this feeling. Any day I don't work out, my body looks at me like I'm crazy. Like, what we doing? We sitting down today? Why are we sitting down? You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? Because it's the
Absolutely.
activity part. What would you say
Yes.
to these two young ladies as far
Sure.
Listen,
as, because yeah,
I
I'm
don't
about to
need
get
this
on
right
y'all.
now.
What
We talking to
what
good
would you
morning,
say to
Facebook.
these two young ladies about creating a active mindset? Because that's what a lot of people don't know where to start with.
Sure. So first and foremost, it all starts with the mind because it all begins and ends with the mind. So in order for you to embark upon any type of consistent fitness program, you first must mentally embrace it and accept it as a way of saying that I am going to try to transition into a healthier lifestyle. So it starts with your mind first. And so I think a lot of times people are placing unrealistic expectations because of the cross comparisons to a lot of people. They say, "Oh, I want to look like her on Instagram." Like, I know her. I won't disclose her information, but she's had some work done. So you said no, number one out the gate, unrealistic expectation. It's like, yeah, she looks great, but she didn't tell you, and she's working out, but she didn't tell you that she had some surgical enhancement to get her to the point
Come on.
to maintain it. You know what I mean?
who you
And
talking
so,
about,
and
Gerald?
your body type is not her body type, and your ability to garner those type of results sometimes are set unrealistically. And so
Who you talking
once you
about,
start to
Gerald?
work out, and you don't deem, I'm sorry.
Who you
Yeah, so
talking
once
about,
you start to
Gerald?
work out, you don't start seeing instant results. You don't get out of shape overnight, so you're not gonna get in shape overnight. And so you don't
Thank you.
set realistic expectations in your fitness program. So you get in, girl, I ain't seeing no results in 2 weeks. Okay, you didn't get out of shape in 2 weeks, so it's not to be expected to garner any results in 2 weeks. And anything that comes fast, go fast. If you drop weight fast, it's gonna come back fast because you have not adopted a lifestyle change, a mental engagement in your fitness program. So yeah, you
Right.
have to have
I, I
that mind and body connection. Because if you don't, when you unmotivated, then your mental kicks in and say, "Hey, I don't feel like going today, but I need to go because this is not just for aesthetics. It's just not for looks. I want to feel better. I want to look better, of
Yeah.
course, but I also want to feel better and I want to be better." So yeah, I would
and
agree with you. You have to get that mind condition.
I
Yeah.
tell people,
Absolutely.
shout out to my cat and her run group, her run life. I tell people
Sure.
all the time, like, cause Portia do this sometimes. Portia do this sometimes. Oh, I'm
Who's
gonna
Portia?
work out today. Portia Monique,
Mhm.
right there. She'll be like, I'm
Hello,
gonna work out
hey,
today.
Portia.
Hey, Gerald.
But I tell people, to be perfectly honest, you have to say to kick in every day at this time. I'm going to work out until your
Exactly.
body gets used to you working out. You have to treat it
Yeah.
just like how you go to work. You know what? Every day at 4 o'clock,
Yes.
I'm going to work out. Then
Right.
once I get used to it, then you can go anytime you want. But like you said, mindset wise, you have to trick yourself into this is my
Yeah.
routine. The second part
Right.
I was going to get into
Can I can
is
I can I
what
can
you
I add
said.
to that? Can I
Yeah,
add to that what you just said? So there's 24 hours in a day. So if you cannot realistically commit 1 hour to self-preservation, then you're in a sad state. If you're not if you're not training and preparing to live, then you're preparing to die. So you have
Oh,
to dedicate at least 1 hour out of 24 hours of that day for self-refinement and self-restoration. If you can't do that, that's a sad state. You shouldn't be that busy.
You could
You should be that
you
busy
could
because
tell he
all that
got a
you're trying to
military
pour out.
background.
Listen, hold on. You
Yeah.
too high.
that Navy kicked in real quick. He
I do
said,
have
"Wait a
a
minute, soldier, get it together. You gonna live or
absolutely. It's
die."
You gonna die.
inexcusable. Right. So yeah, you got you. That's what it is. You preparing to live or you preparing to die. It's your choice. You know what I mean? And so you have to embrace it from that vantage point of saying this is just as important as taking care of my family because you can't be here for your family and do anything based on the casket. So all this you trying to acquire material wise, money wise, all that's well and good. One of my millionaire clients told me money is no good if you're in the casket because the only thing you're gonna do is leave it
Oh,
for somebody else to enjoy. So take care of yourself, because you'll understand one of my old clients, he was a millionaire. He sacrificed his health for all material possessions. He said, look, I've been very successful material wise, but look at me, I've neglected my health. So now all that I've acquired is going to be left for somebody else to benefit from. He said, I would give $1 million of my dollars to have 1 million ways to be healthy again. So it has to take paramount of what is important in your life, especially we as black people. You know what I mean? We got to do it.
Then, then tell
Yeah,
them,
'cause we
see, man, this is why I need to jump back in this conversation. Then tell them
Go ahead.
you have to be intentional, and that intent has to
Ex-
like Romeo International wants a boxer style type body. So my intent is,
Sure.
I know it's a lot of calisthenics, I know it's a lot of cardio, I know it's a
Yes.
lot of light light lifting and heavy weights. I'm intentional of what
Yeah.
my goal is. A lot of these people, well, I
Exactly.
want to lose weight. Well, you can't just say I want to lose weight. You have to say
Right.
I want to lose 10 pounds and then
Right.
know what it takes to lose 10 pounds. That's what pisses me
Absolutely.
off about, like you said,
Absolutely.
the people that's fake pumping.
Right.
You can't you and
Right.
then the people that build the body, you can't go get surgery and then be in the gym next day talking about, look at me, y'all need to get like me.
Right.
No ma'am, no sir.
Right.
That don't
Right.
work.
That's false advertising. You are the right, but you are correct. And also, you have to deal. These are two different ladies, two different individuals, two different body types, two different goals. So you can't do the workout that she's doing because your body type may be different. You may be one of those people that work out for 3 weeks, look like you've been working out for 3 months. She may work out for 6 months, and don't even look like she ever drove by a gym. So it's all
oh,
interrelated to that
he
person's
wasn't pointing
lifestyle
at
and
me.
goals. You follow
He
me?
wasn't pointing at me.
You know what I mean? I'm not pointing at anybody. No, I'm just making an observation.
be right.
No,
Right.
no, 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 no
No,
intent
I'm
on
getting
either
with
one
you.
of you
I'm getting
ladies.
with you.
No,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
no,
But
I do it for you because I gotta live with the two of them. Portia was supposed to get a
okay,
Peloton. Portia did not get one. So I told
okay,
Yay!
Portia, well,
We
Yeah,
you
it's
can
on the way.
get.
We
part.
I
manifesting.
said, hold up. I said, Portia, you can get that cardio in the house or outside. I don't want to go outside because
sure,
it's too cold. I don't want to go up the steps because it's blah blah blah. Portia gave me every
sure.
excuse to not do cardio. That's what
Yes,
she
sir.
did.
Okay,
Now,
I'm glad you
what you got to
called
say
us.
about that, Portia?
Called her. So there's another piece that we need to discuss too, because working out is all well and fine, but if you want to get the triangle of life, the bottom of the triangle is nutrition. The other side of it is strength training. On the other side of it is
Right.
cardiovascular training. That is how you get the triangle of life. So you can't do so if you don't have a sensible eating program. All that you're doing is going to be done in vain. You just spending your
Right. So
wisdom,
can
not
Oh
going
man.
anywhere.
Yeah, let's dive a little bit into nutrition and the importance of nutrition and how
Sure.
nutrition has even become more necessary with the impact of COVID
Yes.
19 and how we can remain healthy during this
Yes.
time.
Yes. So a lot has changed with nutrition right now because you have a lot. Like now, the new wave now is to be vegan. So a lot of times people are becoming vegetarian slash vegan, and it's just a fad that they're going through. And I embrace anybody's ability to want to change into a healthier lifestyle. So I'm not going to be
Hmm.
judgmental on whatever you think that's going to better yourself. As long as you're doing it, as you say, intentionally and doing it for the right reason, not doing it for conversation piece. You follow me? And
Hmm.
so what you have to do before you embark upon a new nutritional program, first and foremost, you have to find out what, if you have been cleared medically from a physician to say, okay, am I hypoglycemic? Means you have low blood sugar. Am I hyperglycemic? Means you have elevated blood sugar, which makes you predisposed to be a diabetic. You know what I mean? So you want to people. So if you hypoglycemic, means you can't come train with me on an empty stomach. You got to have something that's going to increase your glycogen level, which is your blood sugar level. Because if you're not, you might get in here and faint or fall out. You follow me? So all those
Right.
things. Then you want to know: are you hypertensive? Are you asthmatic? You know what I mean? Do you have any type of physical ailments? Like, do you have a knee issue? Do you have lower back issues? Do you have some female predisposed issues that may keep you from getting your stomach down because you may have fibroid? It's a lot of stuff that goes into just getting in there, working out, and thinking that you're not meeting results. You may physically have something going on with you that might not enable you to be able to get results. You know what I mean? So all those factors have to
Yeah.
go
Right.
into a fitness program and lifestyle. Because I don't want to just say a program. We want to make it a lifestyle that's commensurate to where you're trying to go and what you're trying to do. Like he said, I'm going to pick it back off. He said off his pyramid. We all want to make it intentional. What you're doing and the right way about going and doing it.
Well, we love
So
it.
yeah.
You definitely dropped some jewels on us. I think that
Yeah.
was the first time that I heard about the triangle of nutrition, or what is it called? Referred to it as
Sure.
the triangle
Like a
of
method.
The triangle of
yes,
life. The bottom of the pyramid
triangle of
triangle
life.
holds up is nutrition. This is cardio. This is strength training. This gives you the triangle. This is make you a total well. Of course, in the center of it is mental wellness. And just like you said, it's mental. The mental is going to hold it all together. But the triangle is going to encapsulate all of that. And the mind is going to hold all of
Yeah.
that together. So
Yeah, if
yeah.
you was my trainer, I'd
So,
be scared.
oh yeah, I'm
Let
one
me
of the
get this
toughest
back.
trainers.
You
Let's
be
be very
like,
clear.
get your ass
I've
up.
I've been doing this probably longer than you guys been living. I've been actively training for 32 years.
Stop being
Wow.
Uh,
afraid.
And so
Get up.
but before you go, I want you guys to talk about more of this nutrition thing because people are always saying, I'm not getting results. I'm not getting results. What you eating? You know, you eating a lot of processed foods. You're not eating a lot of holistic foods. You're not getting your water in, and you're not getting your proper rest. And so it's more to
Hey,
it just
Right.
going to the gym. It's a whole way of doing it.
It's a
You got to get your
lifestyle,
rest.
right?
You can't be.
hey,
You gotta sleep,
tell these
Romeo. You hear
There's
people,
that?
no pill for it. Anybody
look,
give
Because
you a
Romeo don't
pill, it's
sleep.
not going to work. I'm sorry.
I said Romeo
don't
doesn't
tell on
sleep,
me
so make
now.
sure we emphasize the importance of rest as well as working
Yes.
out and maintaining proper nutrition. But before you get out of here, real
I
quick, because we gotta.
I sleep different.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Hello. Who's that, Vaughn?
oh.
I think we kicked him out. Hey, Vaughn.
Oh man, I was enjoying that conversation.
Oh, I was gonna say goodbye.
He logged in
All
a little
right,
early. Yeah,
it's all
he
right.
logged in early. He was supposed to be off. It was 8:45 and 9:15, so it was some time.
Yeah, don't be
Okay,
telling on
yeah,
me.
yeah, he's back.
I'm supposed to tell on y'all. Don't be telling on me.
No, you.
Okay. Sorry,
Oh wait,
I
we
He's
got
back.
back.
disconnected. Okay. So sorry. Go ahead. So,
No,
what
Yeah,
do we leave? Where do we
yeah.
leave
We
off
were
at?
just
yeah, where we
we
leaving
were
off? I just
rapping.
real quick. We were wrapping real quick before you go. I just wanted to ask, what are some immediate changes that we can make? Either what kind of immediate workouts can we do to start trying to see results, or diet changes that you think we could make? Is it smoothies? Is it
Yeah.
eating certain proteins over others? What's some immediate changes that we can make to start changing our
So,
lifestyle
so
and total?
immediately, anything that's white is not right. What I mean by that, white sugar, white flour, donuts, white.
Ooh.
What it does, it immediately is readily identified as it processes to blood sugar. So any white rice, all that kind of stuff has to go. I need you to start consuming your body weight in ounces of water, and if you can add a lemon and lime to it and
Ooh.
let it overnight, it's going to automatically detoxify your body, give you clearer skin, and keep you regular. Also, people think you
Ooh.
got to stand grandiose workouts. Start walking. Start with a basic walking and start doing body weight position. Don't go out and start purchasing a whole bunch of expensive equipment that's not going to do anything but make a good dress rack for you. Got all your beautiful clothes hanging up on it. So,
Ooh.
walking, water drinking, removing refined products out of your sugar. I mean, refined white flours out of your and just gradually. And if you don't know what you're doing, hire and find somebody that can and will guide you. I do virtual training. I do virtual nutritional program. I'll be more than happy. You guys can always reference to me to whatever you need. I'm in Birmingham, but I'm always in Atlanta as well. I trained in Atlanta for 20 something years. So I'm always there. So I can leave my information with you, ladies and guys, and
Yeah,
anybody of your followers or supporters need to know and have any type of guidance and inspiration. I'd be more than happy to help them.
yeah. What's your social
Ladies,
media?
I got
My social
ladies,
Yeah,
he
media.
let's
just said
go.
a major point.
Thank you.
He
Go ahead,
just,
Yeah,
sir.
he
let's
just
go,
said a major
Romeo.
point. I know, but he just said a major point that I can't let nobody pass, and everybody who's watching and listening. He said
Speak
your
on it.
body weight. I'm gonna tell you a secret. If you cannot lift your own body weight, that's a problem. That
Sure.
is a problem in life.
Right. Because you
You
carry your
cannot
body with
carry
you
your
every
own
day.
weight.
Right. So let me give you my social media. My social media is Body Exclusive Fitness on Facebook. And my Instagram is Body Exclusive underscore fitness on Instagram. If you need a number, I
Got
have a
it.
number as well. My number is area code 205-808-6454. Again, it's 205-808-6454. I am G Fit, Birmingham Stuffers Trainer. And again, Facebook, Body Exclusive Fitness. Body is separate, exclusive is separate, and fitness is separate on Facebook. And again, on Instagram, Body Exclusive, all one word, underscore fitness on Instagram. This has been a pleasure.
Got you.
Simon said not
It's
like that.
Thank you so
definitely
much
been
for
a
joining
So if
pleasure.
you
us
guys
this
ever need
morning.
me again, just give me a shout. I'll be more than happy to come back on because we need to revisit this in a few months because I want to know how you
Of
ladies,
course.
guys, gonna be. I want to know how you ladies are doing on your fitness program. I do.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll
ladies,
do. As soon as I get my
Will
pellets
do.
done.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right. You guys be good. Thank you for having me.
Yara.
You too.
All right.
Bye bye.
I got
G
my
fit.
water.
G
I'm
fit.
drinking my
G
body
fit.
weight, honey.
I know that's right.
All
Drink
No,
your
right.
water, lady.
lift. He said lift your body weight, not drink your body weight.
Look, I'm drinking water for
Absolutely.
everybody then. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Oh my God. Y'all. You know what?
She always
I
said,
think
I'm
that
drinking
relationship
water.
would work. I think that relationship would work
Nah.
because he ain't about to take nothing no for an answer. Get your ass
Nope.
up. You sleep. What you doing?
No.
Sleep. Don't
No.
stop.
First of all, Portia already got a trainer. She already got a personal trainer.
Who, Raheem? You talking about Raheem? Because
Yeah,
I ain't talked to Raheem.
she already got a person. I
Raheem said he was going to start
I had a
working.
personal trainer prior to COVID, and I do miss somebody getting on me. Because I mean, you can motivate yourself, but it is nice when you have somebody that's like, if you don't do this, it's no point. I miss that.
Yeah,
yeah.
he
It's important to have a trainer.
he is for sure no nonsense. And so I don't
Yeah.
know. We might have love-hate relationship if he was my trainer.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, hold on, who you talking to?
You know what? Tiara, what you missed yesterday? The young lady yesterday impressed me. The young lady who that Dawn and Shay brought on that helped the man lose 100 pounds
Yeah.
in 6 months. Wow,
Hmm.
100 pounds in 6 months.
I was
Now
there.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that was
right.
a lot.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
Like
It's
Oh
possible. I
yeah.
think. I think
that's
when
a
you have to lose, that much weight, I think a lot of that is mental more than anything. Of course,
yeah.
losing 20
I agree.
pounds, gaining 20 pounds here or there, all of that is is just not for fun because it's important to be healthy. But when you're trying to drop 100 to 200 pounds, that's a lot of mental transformation as well as bodily transformation because who you are fundamentally in the mirror is going to change. So shout out to them.
Amanda Thompson says apple
Um,
cider vinegar with the mother is good to add into the workout plan. I do apple cider vinegar shots in the morning. I got
Mhm.
like 6. I got 6 more pounds to lose, and I'll be at 185 solid. That's my goal. 185 solid
how
every
tall are
day.
you, Romeo? You tall though,
Six
right?
even. Yeah.
Okay. You about 5'9". They be at
No,
they be
Yes, that's how he
asking
was.
you
He
I'm
was like,
that
six.
he sat up a little bit. He was like, I'm 6'7".
No.
I'm 6.
First of all, don't.
He was slouching. He
Hey,
said, I'm
both
I'm 6'7".
both of y'all, both of
though.
y'all, don't do
Five nine.
that.
You about 5'9".
I, you know, so crazy. I actually just posted a photo on my social media of my January progress that I was happy about.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Real happy
That's what's
about.
up.
All right.
So yeah,
Okay.
let's go. So get that Peloton on. I want to see. Here go my challenge to Portia Monique. When do you get it? You get it this month?
We're gonna speak it into existence this month. They have a production lag, so it takes a shipment lag, so it
I,
takes like 4 to 10 weeks to ship it out. So
Mm-hmm.
we gonna
okay.
pray.
If everybody watching, I don't know y'all hear me. I put up 100 $100 bill if
Oh, Lord.
when she gets her Peloton, if in a month she can, and if she can do 10 miles, I'm gonna make it easy on her. If she can do 10 miles in a month in 30 days,
Well,
I put
February is
even
a
100
short
on it.
month.
Make it
February is a
500.
short month.
Make it 500. Cause ain't nobody scared. Romeo,
That gotta be a bigger challenge though.
make it 500. Cause I'm not scared.
She can do it.
Go ahead. Okay, that's fine. It's off the table. It's off the table.
10 miles,
I'll
100.
take the
10
100.
miles, 10 miles for 100. 10
All
miles
right,
in a
that's
month. 10 miles in 30 days.
You can do it.
okay.
Well, it seems like we're still
Okay,
waiting on our next guest. So, in the meantime, do y'all want to talk briefly about what I had in my report?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
What you gonna get in
All
that bike and be
right.
like, oh Lord?
Oh, wait a minute. So, first things first is back to politics. I didn't want to, if anybody didn't have the video or see the video of Trump last night, I think we have it this morning. To show Trump's little concession speech that it made it, to me, in my opinion, it sounded like somebody had a gun to his back to say that, because he did not seem like he was saying that out of the
He didn't
kindness of
concede.
his heart.
He fell short of conceding.
Hey, Ti, I never seen somebody read something so remedial in my life. I would like to say, what I gotta say? Okay.
He's like, there will be a new administration. So
Son, it was no enthusiasm, no nothing. He was just
no,
like, man.
he's like, it's been an honor of my lifetime to be your president. But then at the end, when he said, this is only the beginning, do we have the clip? Here we go.
Oh man.
Asking you shall receive. Play it.
Oh, this is hilarious.
I would like to begin by addressing the heinous
We can't
attack
hear. Can y'all
on the
hear?
United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay. We have just been through an intense election and emotions are high, but now tempers must be cooled and calm restored. We must get on with the business of America. My campaign vigorously pursued every legal avenue to contest the election results. My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote. In so doing, I was fighting to defend American democracy. I continue to strongly believe that we must reform our election laws to verify the identity and eligibility of all voters and to ensure faith and confidence in all future elections.
I'd just like to say,
I just like to say this was fun. He treated the presidency like like a long trip. You know, you just go on vacation, and by the time the vacation's over, you either happy you went or everybody falls out with each other. I feel like he treated this like a game.
He treated it like his talk show, The Apprentice. That's what he thought this was. He thought it was fake. But we got a guest here, y'all. So let's bring on our guest. Grammy nominated Stellar
JJ.
JJ.
Oh.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
We are.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm honored to be talking to y'all. Thank you so much. I'm doing great.
Thank you so much for joining
Wonderful.
us this
So,
morning.
welcome yourself to the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call. For those who don't know, you were just named number 11 Gospel Artist of the Decade. That's big by Billboard. And so, tell everybody who you are, what it is that you do. Grammy nominated, Stellar Award winning, Billboard Award winning, all of that great stuff.
So my name is JJ Hairston. I have a choir slash group, whatever you want to call us, whatever is where we sing. We call it Youthful Praise, and we've been releasing music for over 20 years now. We started in like 2001, and we just released our 11th album 20 years later on New Year's Day. It's called Not Holding Back, and we're so excited. All the accolades and the awards are cool, but the opportunity to share music that comes from our heart is the most important thing that we do. So we're so honored that you all have received our music the way you have, and we're hoping that you love the new music called Not Holding Back.
I love it, love it, love it. You like you said, you guys are much more than a choir, a group, and all that. You guys, I was following your movement with your wife. You guys are now authors, and do this with your wife. Let's talk about that just a little bit before we get into the music video, because we do have a clip of it, and we're gonna bring that up. But let's talk about your book, you working with your wife, and just being a mentor, so to speak, for a lot of people out here in the world.
Yeah, so my wife and my wife's name is Trina Hairston, and we released a book called A Miracle Marriage, and we call it a miracle marriage because we got married right out of high school. We didn't understand the requirements and the commitment that it took to be in a strong marriage. So right as soon as we got married, we started having marital issues, and we separated for a while. We were very close to actually divorcing, and we went from that to now being marriage counselors, and we call that a miracle. But what we know is every miracle that happens, you have a part to play in it. I think many people think that a miracle means that God just shines from heaven and all of a sudden everything changes, but that's not the way it works. God usually performs the miracle in you first, and then it's up to you to change your situation. So what we did was we took some steps to get our miracle, and the book A Miracle Marriage is what we did, is the steps we took to get our marriage back on track. And hopefully by us sharing our story and those steps, someone else's marriage who may be in trouble can get back on track, and that's it'll make what we went through and what we did worthwhile.
I love it, love it, love it. Tiara.
So, can you hear me?
Well, can you hear us? Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
If we have
Can you hear
the
me?
music video up, we can hear you, but there was a delay or something.
I guess it's a lag. It's okay.
TJ, producer TJ, if we have the video queued up, let's go to the video. This is your latest one called You Are Lord of All. And let's just go ahead and take a look at it. Black Lives Matter Boulevard. We're gonna talk about that.
Let's go.
Our God is Lord of all. He's ruler of nations. Let's go. DC, where you at? Yeah. This is for you, DC. Here we go. Say, Lord of all. Say, you are God. Let all of your and sing of your marvelous every knee shall bow before you. And it is
I love it.
See that go-go?
Yeah.
It's the go-go for me. It's the go-go for me.
Go-go.
You know what I love about the music and even your song is the infiltration of the coolness, the cool factor of the go-go, being a part of politics. It's giving a very young vibe. It's giving very vibrant. How have you seen the church change from a more traditional, old school, I don't know your denomination, but me growing up, mostly Baptist, it was kind of old school back in the day. And in a
Yeah,
lot of ways it still is, but now there's a cool factor and it's a lot more young people getting involved in ministry, being able to correlate gospel with go-go. That's a big deal. And even standing in front of Black Lives Matter street, or just involving the political aspect of it. How have you combined all of those things and being able to use your ministry in such a unique way to empower people but also share the work of God?
well, I think it's very important for the church in this day to be relevant and to be reachable for younger people and for people who are facing different issues. I think it's very important that we also are aware and speaking to social injustice issues. Otherwise, we are outside of the need of our people. There's no way that everything that has been happening could be happening and the church be silent. So I felt it very important, especially in this season, to go right to Black Lives Matter Plaza and sing and still spread the gospel and the good news. Because at the end of the day, we realized Jesus never stayed outside of the culture. He was right in. He was right in the middle. I think church has made it. Church over the years had put everything in the box, and we put it in four walls. But what this pandemic has done has given us the opportunity to be relevant again. Relevant again. Go back to where the people are. They're on social media. They're in the street. They're in the marches. So that's where we've been, and we've been excited that we've seen the church now be reachable for the community.
Yes, I love it. So Black Lives Matter Plaza, you guys are based in DC, is that correct?
Yeah, I live actually 20 minutes outside of DC. The church where we're pastoring is right in DC. We of course we had to shut down when COVID happened, so we're doing everything online. But we were having church in the school right in the middle of DC, and
Wow.
Black Lives Matter Plaza was crazy. It felt like it was a triumph in the middle of controversy. So we had a lot of people that was down there during the marches. So when the marches was over and we had to film this video, I said we got to get down there and still spread the good news. And I'm so happy that that will follow us for the rest of our lives that we did that.
I love it, love it, love it. Now, not holding back. Let's talk a little bit about that because it's a album that consists of 12 live tracks, each with its own message. How did you come up with the concept of it, and tell us about the messages in the album?
So the record Not Holding Back, we just released but we recorded it over a course of like 8 months. We started putting everything together in April, and I know it was crazy to even think about recording in a pandemic, but I felt like it was necessary to, to release some music that people can be encouraged in while the pandemic was happening. But it slowed the process down because every time it was time to record, we had to get people tested, we had to fly people in, make sure they were good. So it was a whole lot to put it together. But we're actually happy that it had to take so long because it gave us the opportunity to be intentional about every song, about every message, and about everything we said. So there's songs that talk about we believe the report of the Lord. That's a faith song. There's a song that says God is mighty, which we're really giving God praise over what we're experiencing because so many times we relegate God and his power to our experience. But what we realize is he's so much greater than what we know and what we're experiencing. So we give him praise for that. And then the title track is Not Holding Back. And it simply says we won't hold back our praise. But it became our theme because we're not only holding back our praise, we're not holding back anything. We're going after everything we believe is ours with full intentionality, with full energy, no reservation. We're going all in. We're not holding back.
I love it, love it, love it. Let's talk about some of those features. You got Kiki, you got
Yeah.
Chance Green, Rich Tolbert Jr., Naomi Rain of Maverick City. Let's talk about some of these features.
Yeah, I'm super excited because outside of Maverick City Music, everybody who we recorded with is just like we're just absolutely friends. Now, Maverick City,
Right.
they're like one of the most popular worship bands right now in the
Mm-hmm.
game. So I
Ah,
intentionally went after that relationship. But fortunately, Naomi Rain, who sings with them, is a good friend of mine. So we recorded the song together. But I wrote the song with Maverick City Music. But Kiera Shear, she's like to me, she's like one of the best singers in the world right now, and she's also
hands
my friend.
down.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Clark,
hands down.
the Clark sisters, the whole family are just amazing. So it was so dope to have Kiera on the record. Rich Tolbert Jr. is another good friend of mine, and Travis Green, Pastor Travis Green, that's my dude, that's my bro. So when it was time to record, he was like, "Yo, I got a song for you," and it was like a little bit outside of my normal boundaries. So I said, "Dude, you got to record it with me." So we did it, and I'm happy with the way it came out. Everybody who sang was super powerful on the whole record, so you got to hear it. It came out great.
Love it,
Wow.
Tiana.
No, I was just thinking like I definitely look forward to hearing the full album and playing it, and I just love how you named the tracks. They seem very timely to everything that's happening in this moment. That'll really help people and motivate people as we take on this new year, because everything that was happening in 2020 didn't just stop when the clock struck 12, but at least we know that there's a God that sits on high, and through your music you're exclaiming that, and I know you feel very just excited to continue to doing the work of the Lord.
Yeah, I'm super excited. And one track I gotta mention is a song called "You're Gonna Live" with Pastor David Wilford. Now, the crazy thing is about 2020, most of us weren't able to go to church and get that normal experience. So while we've been teaching and sharing and singing online, there's nothing like having that in the church with the red pews and
Right.
benches and everything. But
Hmm.
Mhm.
this song makes you feel like you're actually in church. It's a shout song. It's 14 minutes long. 14 minutes of
Wow.
church.
Wow.
Yeah, so I want everybody to listen to that song in particular because I believe that's going to be the anthem of this year because you're going to live to see it happen. You
Mm.
ignore the report, you're not going to die. I know we have to speak in faith. Of course, we pay attention to the statistics and we follow all the guidelines we're supposed to. We wear our masks and everything. But at the end of the day, we believe that it's really God who has the power to protect us. And we believe that we are
Right.
going to live to see what He has declared for us.
Now,
Amen.
before you get out of here, we just had a fitness trainer on, and
Hmm.
he had a Navy background. He was going real hard. He was telling us all the things that we needed to do, including nutrition, right? So we see here that you are now what we call, or what you're calling, borderline vegan. What is that? Explain what that means, and how do we find out about it? Because I guess I would be borderline vegan too, but I still eat salmon, so I eat
Yeah.
cheese sometimes. But yeah, tell us
See,
what a borderline vegan is.
so I
So
backslide a little bit.
pescatarian.
Yeah, I'm pescatarian. That's what it is. I'm pescatarian with a little bit of sugar. That's what I do. So I
Oh, okay.
I haven't had a piece of bread or a potato in like 4 years, and it's crazy
Wow.
because I've learned to I've learned to substitute those things with other things. So like if I'm gonna eat dinner, my wife instead of cooking chicken, potatoes, and vegetables, we'll get salmon and two vegetables. But it's still good. You just got to get used to it. What my trainer told me is if you can do it for 30 days, you can do it for the rest of your life. So that's what I had to learn how to do. I had to get through those 30 days, and now I haven't had bread or potatoes since, and I feel good.
Wow.
So what do you substitute for the bread and the potatoes? Like,
So bread, I don't.
how do you make
I just cut bread out totally. I just don't eat bread.
mm,
Like,
like
but his
So
great.
unleavened
so
bread, or crepes or pancakes?
so if Jesus came through with the loaves of bread and fish, you would have to be like, I can't do the bread, Lord.
Right, like I
Sorry,
take the
God.
fish.
Okay.
And I want to make this clear. This is not this epiphany was not about anything spiritual. It was like, yo,
Mm.
dude, you can't be jumping on stage and you about to pass out. And for some reason, I hit a certain age, and all of a sudden, everything I ate stayed on me. So my wife and I made a decision that we gonna live. And I think a lot of times, especially in church, we make everything spiritual. So it's like we eat all the grease and chicken and sweets that we want to, and then when we're having health issues, we want to pray. No, God gives us the ability to make good decisions throughout our life, so we won't need to pray for healing. I would rather have health than healing. So I've learned to make the right decisions to be in good health, so I'm not in the hospital and my kids they have their father.
You better say that. Yeah. Yeah. When we have health issues, we want to pray about it. No, do something about it before the issue arises.
Right.
And
Free
then
will.
you won't have to necessarily pray for it. So yes, you are right. He gives us the options to make good decisions, and we need to make sure that we are doing just that. So
Yeah.
you were telling us what you substituted for the potatoes too. You said you don't substitute bread. But what do you do for
No.
like
You said
potatoes?
vegetables.
So like when I go out to eat, for example, we just went out. We went to Ruth Chris last week. I had salmon and
You didn't
spinach.
get cake?
Nah,
You didn't get cake?
no cake. I had
What do we
salmon
do birthdays?
on birthdays. Okay, so listen, there's a place, and I'm not supposed to give nobody no advertisement. So there's a place in DC. I'm not gonna say their name, but they make vegan cupcakes, and I promise you, they are blazing. They got this angel food cheesecake cupcake that's vegan. It's amazing, and because we've had to make this decision, we've learned how to find the things that will supplement the taste that we have, so we don't feel like we're missing anything. So I'm good. I promise you, I don't miss any of it.
Okay, well, go ahead and put that name of the restaurant in the chat because my daddy.
Okay, got you.
And I'm gonna have to go see him. So when I'm there, I'm gonna make sure I stop by.
Yeah.
Let's go. It's called. I'll tell you, it's called Sprinkles. Their cupcakes are amazing.
Oh yeah.
I think I've heard of them. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I like that you mentioned the importance of supplementing. If you're going to omit something, make sure that you are replacing it. One, so that way you're still getting the nutritional value of some sort, and two, so that way you won't miss it as much as long as you've replaced it with something else that's a more healthier option.
And that applies to more.
Hospital. I'm sorry.
Yep, right. And that applies to more than just food. I mean, that's life. And I think a lot of people make in the first couple of weeks they do like a Daniel's fast, or they make decisions. They do certain dietary changes just to kind of change their life. But what I found is the reason why we mess up so quickly is because we just go all out of something and we don't replace it with anything. So if you learn that if you're going to omit something from your diet, from your thoughts, from your lifestyle, you have to replace it with something else that's positive. So if you're replacing a habit, you got to replace it with another habit that's positive. So if you can learn to do that, food discipline is where you can start to discipline your entire lifestyle. So now that I've done that with my food, I can discipline my entire life to make sure what I'm doing is intentional and it makes sense for my future health.
Well, I definitely love it. And yeah, if you don't replace it, it will definitely, if you remove something from your diet that you're used to and you don't replace it, it will definitely land you in the hospital. I know firsthand. Anyway, tell us where we can listen to your music, find it, follow your movement, learn about the book that you did with your wife, all of that great stuff.
So I'm all over social media. Well, first, let me say this. Our record, Not Holding Back, is available on all digital platforms. So Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, Tidal, everywhere you get your music, you can look for Not Holding Back and you'll find it. If you want to follow us on social media, we're all over Instagram at JJ Hairston. Facebook is Youthful Praise. Twitter is JJ Hairston. And we're even on not Snapchat. What are we on? Clubhouse. We're not really saying much. I'm trying to get to a certain number of followers before I start talking. And I'm on TikTok. I don't know what I'm doing, so y'all can come on and laugh at me if you want. But please follow me on all of our social media platforms. It's really me answering, and I'd love to connect with you.
Okay, well, definitely. Thank you so much. Congratulations on all of your success. We will be sure to follow your movement and keep in touch with you. So thank you so much for talking about the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
All right, talk to you soon.
Take care.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
Hello? You okay?
What
Knock
are
on the
we?
computer screen. You good?
You
Okay.
never know what you're gonna get with this show. You just
I'm
never know.
I'm here.
You
I ain't
must
had
be
no
listening
protein
to
this morning.
JJ
My body.
Harrison's song. You was listening to his new song.
You've been praising.
Well, that my I had any protein this morning. My body is acting up on me, boy. Woo!
Lord
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Let's
Don't
get
don't
into
worry.
The triangle. You gotta make
Don't
sure you get
worry.
your
Portia,
nutrition.
you got nutrition at the
hold on.
bottom,
Hold
and
on.
then you got uh
What portion?
cardio, and then
What
you
portion?
got nutrition, cardio, and strength training.
Portia,
Yep,
why that look
strength.
like a
And
song?
in the middle
You
is
got
your
mental.
mental.
In the middle, you got the mental. I
Yep.
got it.
Hmm.
That was a great interview. I enjoyed JJ Harrison's music, his movement. That was something good to see him writing a book with his wife. I had no idea they had been together since high school. That is definitely a
Ooh.
challenging relationship to
Hmm.
balance. Having friendships from high school, especially a significant other. So congratulations to them on working through that. Congratulations to him on all of his success and his 11th studio album and just making good
Hmm.
music, especially during the pandemic. Now let's get into
Yep.
Tiara's report. Where you going
So
first, girl?
speaking of people who have done well in the pandemic, as we
The
mentioned
Tesla stock.
earlier about Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk has gave me a birthday gift. Because when I checked my Tesla stock yesterday, Tesla is up like 8%. So I definitely have gone into a happy momentum in stocks. So I'm very excited about that. He is officially the wealthiest man in the world after Tesla's big announcement of their stocks and all that getting raised. I think he's now worth $188 billion.
Let me tell y'all
And
something.
his goal now is to go to Mars. I'm sorry, Portia.
Now, I just want to tell y'all something. Don't ever get too comfortable because it's always going to be somebody coming for your position. It's always going to be somebody coming right after you to make sure that they get on top. Jeff
Mm-hmm.
Bezos thought that his spot was
He thought he
solidified.
was safe.
And
It
had
ain't
he
safe.
not
It
given
ain't
his
safe.
wife that money, his ex-wife that money, it might have been. I don't know. But
We don't
Elon was
know.
like, not too fast.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that's really it. Make sure if you guys are paying attention to stocks, bonds, investing, and handling your money smartly, make sure that you pay attention to these different things because I think I invested in Tesla. It was about October or November, and I was just like, this isn't working. I don't see nothing coming in. I don't see what's going on with it. But after a while you do see things change. So make sure that if you are going to invest, make smart decisions, keep up with what's going on because you can. What's Romeo doing?
What are you doing, Romeo? What's wrong?
He's distracting me.
What you?
I'm sorry. I was listening to y'all. Okay, go ahead.
You're distracting.
I can't rub my chest. Jesus
I'm
Christ. People.
here like, make sure you invest. What is going on? Anyway, if you're going to invest, make sure that you do it smart. Make sure that you're paying attention to what's going on in the news and get your financial literacy up. And yeah, so moving right along, have you guys seen Bridgerton?
Yes, ma'am. I didn't mean to say it like that,
It
but
was
yeah, I seen it.
It was good, and this specific actor was really good on the show. His name is Gene Page. He is a native of the UK, and after his performance on the show, people are saying that he should be the next James Bond. You know that they
I
were
don't know
talking
if he
about
should
Idris
get it
Elba.
before Idris. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he should get it before Idris, but he definitely has a knack for great acting. He was also in Sylvie's Love, so if you guys got a chance to catch
Yeah,
that as
he was in
well with
Sylvie's Love.
Tessa Thompson,
And he played
he wasn't the main character, but he was in it.
He played Chicken George in the newest Roots too.
Well, there it is.
I don't know if you guys caught
there it is. He can't do it because he played Chicken George. There it is. Now we can't unsee it. We can't unsee that.
Yeah. I'm mad at the fact that you said the new Roots.
You didn't see the new Roots? It was good. I saw the old one in high school,
First of all,
and then they came out with a new one.
Roots. There's no such thing as it was good. I saw the new Roots. It shouldn't be a new Roots. Number one, it shouldn't
Roots be good. Roots take you all day to watch. Learn your history. And he looked good, so I don't mind looking at him as Chicken George.
I can't unsee Chicken George. I'm just saying. What else we got? Shondaland.
The new Roots.
Yes, with Bridgerton. Yes, she did, Kathleen.
It was really good. And, Shondaland left ABC. She went over to Netflix. And I think Bridgerton has had, I think they've had, the third or fourth best debut of an original series. Everybody's at home chilling, watching it. So it is what it is. Speaking of Black women who are making things happen, my Black history fact of the day is a shout out to Miss Fannie M. Jackson, who was born on today's date, January 8th. I'm sorry?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I thought you were going to say Fannie Lou Hamer. That was in my
Fannie Lou Hamer. No, this is Fannie M. Jackson. Yeah. Fellow Capricorn like me and Portia. She was born January 8th, 1808. And in true Capricorn fashion, she is the first Black woman to graduate from college in the United States of America. Shout out to Fannie.
Yeah. Shout out
to Fannie.
Love it.
She walked so we could run.
Love it, love it, love it. How much time we got? It's 8:44 a.m. You are tuned into the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call with your host, Portia Monique. We got Tiara Bear. We got Romeo International. Let's get into a little bit of, and I want to keep it light because it's Friday, right? But I still want to touch on this because I thought this was despicable. And I wanted to shine a spotlight on it so that we can understand, like y'all heard me say before, who's teaching our kids, like even with my kids, and they come up with these, thoughts of conspiracies and this and that. But I really did stop to think during the pandemic, like, who the heck raised y'all? Like, who raised y'all? Anyway, speaking of being raised, sometimes we allow our kids to be coached. And we have to take into consideration some of these coaches' ideals, their beliefs, all of that. And in particular, I am talking about assistant coach at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. His name is, I'm going to tell y'all his name, Chris Malone. His name is Chris Malone. He was fired.
Ooh.
He was fired because made some disparaging remarks about Stacey Adams, and they were simply disgusting. He was a second season assistant and offensive line coach for the school University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. And since he's been fired because, let me tell y'all what he said. And this is regarding all of the voting. And
I'm glad I got my Spellman shirt on today because I'm ready to talk about him. Let's do it.
So what he said is so disgusting. Of course, it's been erased, so you got to find it on the internet because all of his accounts are gone, whatnot. He said, "Congratulations to the state of Georgia and Fat Albert at Stacey Abrams." He called her Fat Albert, y'all, and he added her. He said, "Because you have truly shown America the true works of cheating in an election again." Then, so that wasn't even enough. So then he goes on to say, "Enjoy the buffet, big girl. You earned it. Hope the money was good. Still not." You felt like you needed to say that on a public platform at Stacey Abrams because you're not scared and you just had to, you couldn't control it. So you had to let everybody in the world know how you felt. And now you fired, sir. So of course he deleted the post, but not before everybody took screenshots
Yeah, I
and
saw it in live time.
shared it on social media. Um,
Okay.
The university's chancellor said the tweet was hateful, hurtful, and untrue. They posted a video about it. Coach Malone is no longer with the university, is what he said. He failed to meet the expectations of the university faculty and staff to lead in a way that maintains a respectful and tolerant campus environment. Sir,
UT Chattanooga.
sir, you couldn't hold it.
Do you
You just couldn't hold it.
do
That's
you
what you
know
wanted to
what
say
their
to me.
he's a football coach, correct?
He's a football coach.
He's the assistant. He's the assistant football
He was the
coach.
assistant. Yeah, he was the assistant
So
and offensive line coach for the team. And his
Yeah,
biography
we
and
read up
everything
on
was put on
him.
the university website.
my my
We
question
did.
my question is to Portia's point earlier. So this man technically was coaching young black men, and in the back of his head saying, "Run, nigga, run."
Run, nigga, run. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like, and
Exclamation
I didn't
on.
mean to say it like that, but it's just so disgusting when you think about some of these coaches that you send your children to, and you think that they have the best interests of your kids in mind, but then you find
Tuh,
out that they thinking like this, and
tuh.
then have the audacity, the caucasity to sit up there and at somebody because he not scared because of what? White
No,
privilege.
no, exactly,
that's
exactly.
you know that's so scary. Cause now that I think about it in deeper thought, I wonder how many black men he put in danger on the field, and then I wonder how many black men he, probably messed up their scholarship or didn't allow. Like it's so much recoil in all of that because he's the coach. He's
He
the
the
person
coach
Yeah.
that Portia left her son with. He's the
Mm.
person
that
that
I
Portia
entrusted.
Monique left her son with.
But that's the thing. As long as they're profiting off of you, and the school is making money, and they're able to sell your merch and sell your player cards and get people into the stands, and that's when they love you. That's how slavery worked. As long as you stay in line, do your slave duties, we're good. The moment you get out of line, the moment you start talking too much, the moment you think you got rights, oh, we gonna address it and we gonna call you out. And they still have that idea in their head that they can just get away with saying and doing anything because of this quote unquote power that they think they still hold. And it's like at the
Yeah.
end of the day, what I am so sick and tired of is the like Portia says, it's the caucasity of the whole situation. Because as a Spelman College graduate, as a trained student, and knowing what I'm going into the world as a black woman, I empathize so much with the Stacey Abrams of the world, because we were taught, don't retaliate in this way. The way you retaliate is you get Warnock in office, you get Ossoff in office, you get Kamala and Joe Biden in office, and then you turn around after losing an election that you were supposed to win in 2018, that we all had advocated and voted for her for, to a governor like Brian Kemp. You go and you try to run that back in 2022, and you get the whole world to talk about you and put you in history books. But at the same time, there's a level of pettiness that we wish we could go into to address these people who talk about us, calling us the Fat Alberts and the Buff. We want to retaliate, but at the end of the day, we were trained. No, you go and you change history and you let them have whatever they're saying. But at the same time, we just tired. So if Stacey Abrams can't make a statement like I just made, I'm gonna continue to make it for her.
It's just, yeah.
I'm
You think
sorry.
about, especially, it's all of it. I'm trying to think of my kids' coaches. We live in a black city, of course, Detroit. So a lot of their coaches were black, but they've had some non-black coaches. So it's just terrible to even think that that's how you feel. And you, how long have you been coaching, sir? You know what I'm
Oh, that's a
saying?
good question. Let me see if I, how long. Hold on. Let me see if I can Google that.
How long have you been
I'm sure
coaching
for
I
a
and
wonder
you
how
while.
feel
long he's
like
been
that
coaching.
inside? Just don't do it. Just
Hmm.
don't do it.
You know what? That's actually a
I was
good
taken
question.
aback. And like
Their whole
D Shield said, they do it out of zero fear of consequences. They do it out of zero fear of consequences, y'all. He added her
no.
at Stacy
Yeah.
A. This how you
Now
feel?
now when her cousin pull up, I want you to have that same type.
Right.
See, let me tell you.
No.
Let me tell you.
All I'm saying.
I I've always said this though, and I think every person in every black family has this. It's two cousins. It's two cousins you can call at any point in time, and they will come after
They
anybody
want all
at
the
the drop of a
smoke.
dime. Hey man, y'all gotta be careful, white people. Y'all gotta be real careful because them two, every black family got two cousins. It's
Too.
always two. He did what?
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, we out. Oh,
And they
and they
don't
don't
even know.
care
You don't
because
even know you got cousins like that. They don't even know we got cousins like that.
No, no,
You better
no.
watch out. You better
Okay,
watch
because
right.
there are certain black people who are the Michelle Obamas that say when they go low, we go high, and then there are certain people who say when they go
Okay.
low, we go to hell. That's all I'm saying.
And I do want to comment on bombastic elements. Not all are bad. Not all white people are bad. They have their own interests too. Yeah, I agree. Like I do.
Mm-hmm.
I know
I
it might
mean,
sound cliche. I got some good white friends. I got some great white
Yeah,
friends.
that
I do.
there's some good allies.
that's but see
But I grew up in San
but
Francisco, so there was a lot of us. Like we didn't necessarily know what racism was in San Francisco
Mm-hmm.
because it was a melting pot of everybody. And growing up when I did, we didn't have that
but
stigma.
isn't that the roll of the dice that makes black people racist too? When white people
I
say
don't
I
think
have a
black people
black
are
I got
racist.
black friends. Well, hold on, listen. I got black friends. Yeah, it's some good white people. I got white friends. That's that's the way that what makes the world so sickening on the roll of the dice. Either way the dice roll, it can play on either parts of the field. If like we saw yesterday, uh, black man gets shot, white cop is in fear of his life. The white lady gets shot. Oh, it's a tragedy. This, that, and the third. Blah blah blah. So it's funny the dynamic of black and white to the point where yeah, I got black friends. I love black people, and then black people like, well, yeah, all white people ain't bad. It's the same sentence. It's the same sentence.
Hmm. I know it
This
sounds
I
like
world is
a
guess.
messed
typical
up.
cliche, but
I
I
mean, I'm
still
not
got white
agreeing
friends. That
per
don't
se.
change nothing.
Right. This world is so weird. That's why I love children. Children want to play. They don't care black, white, Asian, Hispanic. They don't give a flying flip. Can you throw this ball? Yep, cool. I can throw a ball too. Let's go play.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah, because
You right.
I wish
they haven't been taught it yet.
I wish we
It's
still
beautiful.
had, but
Okay.
see, as adults, I wish we still had that same mentality of just, can you throw a ball? That's it. That's all I want to do. Hmm.
So, okay, y'all, it's the weekend. Speaking of weekend, did y'all see him? Anyway, we're not about to get into it because we got to go on to positive thoughts. Um, it's the weekend. Positive thoughts. Let's kick it off. I do. You know what? I'll kick it off because I'm excited about
Yeah.
the wind up on Sunday. We're gonna have some of the cast members from Carl Weathers, the family business. We're gonna have Valerie Pettiford on, and we're gonna see if we can get some more people on as well. That's gonna be on Sunday night. 8 p.m. Eastern on Facebook, rolling out Twitter, as well as YouTube. Tune in. We're gonna have a good time with my fellow co-hosts, and also y'all. So I think Fatal comes out this weekend. Let's go ahead and watch that as well with Michael Ealy and the guy from Luke Cage. What's his name? He's fine. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. But let's tune into that too. And my positive thought of the day is just, you know, life throws you lemons, life throws you peaches, life throws you apples. Let's make some pie, vegan pie. Let's make the best of it, y'all. I am your host, Portia Monique, and I'm passing the ball. I think, is the ball gonna pass? Because I could still keep talking if the ball is not gonna pass. I'm throwing the ball. It's still on me.
Where's the assist? Who are you assisting to? I'll catch it. I'll go in for the slam.
Make some apple pie, peach pie, lemonade.
That was me catching it. My positive thought my positive thought of today, guys, is definitely to, like Portia said, go out there and make it happen. We do talk a lot about some heavy stuff on this show, and there's a lot of heavy stuff going on in the world, but I just hope and pray that everybody does receive a peace that surpasses all understanding, and go into the weekend with that peace, and go into the weekend wanting to make things happen. You might not can change the whole world in a day, but you can change your mindset, and you can change your life one day at a time. So take it easy and enjoy your weekend. And I'm passing the ball to Romeo. Wherefore art thou?
Yeah, I'm not about to give y'all that cookie cutter stuff, but the two ladies are great, and the two ladies are right. Look, the first week is out the door, so if you ain't got your stuff together now, you got a whole entire weekend to get right before Monday. The first week, I gave y'all some leniency, but I want to see some progress. I want to see some promotion. I want to see some forward movement. Shout out to Nike. You can always hit the Romeo International Nike app, and definitely support Fatale. Great movie. Like Portia Monique said. On top of that, we'll probably go to a watch party. So we got y'all. But I want everybody to be something. Your first week is out the way. Now, if you come into next week with excuses, it's your fault. Let's not do that, black people. Let's do it,
y'all.
Let's get it together. Thank you for joining Rolling Out AM. I'm Romeo International. That is, you supposed to say your name.
I don't know who
you pointing the wrong way.
You gotta go.
Well, on my camera.
Yeah.
Okay. Portia Monique. Y'all tune in to Line Up.
And Tiara Berry.
8 p.m. Eastern. The cast of Carl Weber's The Family Business. Y'all.
The sun is shining, nice and bright, bright. The birds are chirping, chirping, and I'm excited. Time to get ready for another day. No one can stop us. We gon' learn to play.
Enjoy your weekend. Drink your water.
We do our best, so we'll be great. You do your best.
Okay.
And I don't mind. So let's get
Come through 6 feet. Okay, 6 feet. Hey.
Glenn, Milky, Baby, Beverly, Dunn, Jimmy, Jenga Knight, Robin Davis,
Shout out to D Shields.
Taylor. Hey.
Kat, I cannot wait to hit the gym with you.
It took you a little bit too long to go from hit to the gym.
Sam, I'm just saying. Y'all got to look. Hey, look up to what he said. Okay.
Every day we gonna learn and play.